how would you qualify properties for your retirement?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we usually do, take from the commercial world kind of the Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, Class A being the newest properties, Class D being the oldest, most distressed properties. With regard to retirement, we look at it a little bit differently. That is, if you have a portfolio of 10 properties, take all your properties and then classify them in this way. How much hassle does it create for you? How often do you have to repair it? Not only how well does it perform, but how much time out of your life does it take? It can be, a good performing cash flow property and even possibly a good appreciation property. But if you always have to deal with the tenant and the tenant's turning over all the time, it may not be a Class A property for you thinking of retirement. So so classify them as how hands-off is the property and how good a performer is it. So you classify them like, okay, here's your A's. That is, you don't have to deal with them. You don't have any problems with the tenants and they perform well every month. And here's a D, which is you keep losing tenants and you always have problems and you always have repairs. And those are D's. And then the B is, okay, maybe the tenants turn over a little more often than you want, but you really don't have any problems with it. Or you occasionally have repairs but you really don't have too many problems with it. Then it'd be a B. And then a C would be, you have regular problems, but it's not a bad property. It performs. And so my thought is, you take your portfolio of however many properties, you take your A's and you go, okay, we're going to keep all these. You take all your D's and go, okay, we're going to liquidate these. And then you take your B's and C's, and especially your C's, and you look and you see, how much money do I need to fund my retirement, to fund my lifestyle? And then you look at your A's and B's and you go, okay, how much of that nut is cracked by your A's and B's? And then you look at your C's and your D's and you go, okay, if I sell off all my D's and I have cash, does that give me what I want to keep my A, B's, and C's to keep for retirement? And can I crack that nut every month? Does that give me what I need? Or maybe I need to exchange my D's into something that's better in case what's the default? What's the lack that you still have to fill from that nut? Like, let's say it's $3,000 you have to spend, you have to have in retirement to survive in retirement. And if you're already getting that $3,000 from your A's and your B's, it doesn't matter what happens to your C's and your D's. So you can sell them and go to cash. You get rid of your D's and you either exchange them into something that's going to be producing or beneficial for your family or for your lifestyle or for whatever it is. And then your C's are kind of like, well, what do we do with them? Do we keep them? Do we sell them? Do we exchange them? What do we do with them? And so it's really kind of those two things, categorizing A, B, C, D with get rid of the D's, keep the A's and B's, and the C's are in between. And how much is your lifestyle nut that you have to crack, and how does that fit into it? And then you can compare. And if you have extra, then you can go do other stuff. You're either accumulating cash on a regular basis, or you have a cash shortfall and you need to do something else, Walmart greeter or something to augment funds from because you don't have enough properties or